Hello, folks. I was trying to start 9 minutes ago, but we're just over 2 weeks to August 1st, 2019, and I can see that things may be starting to break down on the platform already. Ronnie was with me. Might be working now. Got a beer, nothing special, natural ice, but hey. Right. I could have bought some Keystone Ice today for $7.99 a 15 pack, but I declined.
That's what I got.
Oh yeah, I might.
$7.95 15 pack.
Oh man, I'll check around when I get low. I'm getting kind of low, but it's no big deal. I wanted to talk about it's glaring here. Tomorrow we're doing Wild Card Wednesday. Okay, so my hair is like this because I washed it. Um, and Wild Card Wednesday is just Wild Card Wednesday. All right, this is a specific topic. It's interesting, I guess. And I sent the links to International Beer Review Guild, and I think everybody who's on Beer Talk on Facebook is on that anyway, mostly. First, before I get into the main topic, I've been noticing this really serious problem with everything being banned and blocked and people being targeted for hate speech, so-called. And I saw something today where a post got banned by Facebook, and they said it was hate speech. And I looked at the post because the people who got banned showed here's what we got banned for, and I said it's quite obviously was not hate speech, or nor was related to it in any way. Only you would have to have a child's mentality to believe that. So now it's to the point where they're just banning things they just don't like.
Yeah.
And we predicted that 30 years ago. I remember back like 30 years ago, we were saying, look, they're going to use these kind of terms, hate speech, racism, bigotry, whatever you come up with, just to ban things they don't like.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it's true. And I noticed somebody on Facebook the other day said, I'm a subversive. And I was like, well, you're not a subversive if you're supporting the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're an establishment. I mean, the New Deal has been around since 1933. It's not subversive when you're supporting what's in place.
So what grounds were they saying that they were subversive?
Because she's like very liberal and supports LGBT and pride movements and
see, that's not subversive. That's actually what the establishment
right. So all these things
positions are
right. Whatever she supports. Anything you could think of that would be on MSNBC or one of these things. So
I read an article the other day about that.
I said, you're not subversive.
Basically,
your establishment.
Right. They were basically saying in the article that the gay rights movement or sexual revolution is like the new church of America.
Religion.
Yeah, new religion of America. So like if you go to Guatemala, they have during Easter time like a whole proceeding down the streets for days, like weeks on end of the reenactment of Jesus.
Oh, the Passion of Christ, yeah.
Yeah, so the author was saying like the equivalent of that in America is like the San Francisco LGBT parade. You get the most people out for that, more so than like a 4th of July parade.
Yeah, and that's not subversive. That is supporting the controlling establishment power, and the people who get banned are the subversives. So, right. But I remember saying this 3 years ago on Facebook. I said I was posting about the 50th anniversary of the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, the Chinese Cultural Revolution. You see, what happened was Mao Zedong and his guys, they felt like the people were not communist enough in their minds. They were giving lip service to it, and that the party was in danger of being overthrown by people that wanted freedom and free thought and all this stuff. So they said, we have to really go after any kind of alternate thinking. And so they instituted the Great Cultural Revolution. It lasted for 10 years. It was sort of like a cultural terrorist movement run by the government that lasted for 10 years. And
what decade was that?
1966 to 76.
Okay.
So they want to transform the whole culture to the socialist thinking. So in America, you have to be a little more careful about it. So, but I was saying 3 years ago, I said, this is coming to pass now. We have Red Guards, we have the cadres, we have and I was saying that all these movements, social justice movements, are all part of this cultural revolution, the great American cultural revolution. And I said, you're going to find that people are going to be shut down. They won't maybe go to a prison camp or a re-education camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's other people talking about that. It won't, but they just won't be heard. You see, you don't have to send them out to Nevada to
just ignore them. Right?
You can't, no, you don't even ignore, you don't even allow them to be heard.
Right. Or if they do say something, ignore it and don't react to it.
Oh, well,
that's what they would do when Ron Paul was running for president. They would just ignore what he said and not even bring it up.
Right. But now that was years ago. Now it's, if a Ron Paul was trying to say what he's saying, he would be blocked.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be on Facebook. He wouldn't be on YouTube. He wouldn't be on.
Well, he is on YouTube. He has a show he does every day.
At this time, but don't be shocked if he's wiped. So this is just, we're at the beginning of it. We're not at the end. It's the beginning. So I'm trying to tell people, you got to watch. We're gonna have to develop sort of like oblique ways of speaking.
You know what they compared it to was Rome during the 3rd century, I think. So in the beginning of the century, the people grew up being pagans, like that was what they were taught, and that was the last pagan generation. And then slowly, the Christian church like took over government.
That's right.
They let the pagans like have a religion at first. They tolerated it, and then eventually it was outlawed to be a pagan. So it was just Christianity supplanting paganism in that century, and now it's Christianity being supplanted right now by like call it like identity politics.
Right. Well, that goes back to that long struggle, and it really goes back to that time, and it's been an ongoing struggle because but I don't want to get too deep into all that because I don't want to talk about Arianism and areas of and then because there's so much we could go into on that. It is a 2,000-year-old thing, but and Aristotle versus Aristotelian thinking versus Platonic thinking, but in a more bread and butter sense, a more like a more less esoteric sense, you have people now. People will say, "Oh no, you can't talk about Zuckerberg because he's a big capitalist. He's not a communist." Look, I could show you speeches from over 80 years ago where it was clearly discussed how international finance, capitalism, and communism were like two branches of the same power structure. Well, I would show you those speeches, but they probably already been. I was trying to look up some speeches the other day, and they've been taken down. And I said, "Ho, ho, ho!" Well, it's here. In France, they call it the Reign of Terror, and you had the Jacobin Club with Robespierre running that, and they wanted to have the cult of reason, what they called the cult of reason. In China, you had the Cultural Revolution. In Cambodia, you had the Angkor, and so it goes on and on. But it's here. And when we were saying this 30 years ago, people were saying,
you know what?
Oh, you're cuckoo. You're cuckoo. We're saying, no, we're not cuckoo. What?
What's interesting though is that we're at a time now where your opinion, even if it's not liked by the establishment and they try to suppress it, it's available more than ever before. So even though, obviously because of the internet and then I think other reasons too.
Now back 20 years ago when the internet really got going, those were the salad days of it, because you could really, there was no kind of controls and no filters, so people were able to say whatever they wanted, and you could just kind of ignore stupidity and crazy stuff, you know, and you could just like latch on to what you wanted to latch on to. But now it's being very controlled. You know, they're saying, no, no, we're going to get rid of all this so-called hate speech. But what they really mean is they're going to get rid of any alternative thinking. So what people, young people like say, not now, like in The Godfather, not now, but 10 years from now. You know, that's like Tom Hayden was saying. It's not that we're having a problem right now in 1945. We're going to have the problem in 1955. We don't get on the ball with this situation now. And it's like what I'm saying right now, 2019. It's what's going to be 2029 when all these, you'll just say, oh, yeah, I remember that guy used to be, but he's gone. They said he was such and such. Well, it may not have been true. It almost certainly wasn't true. So there's freedom, but it's being closed in on. You know what I'm saying? Barricaded in. Slowly, it's slow. These people are very clever, very clever. And so the ones who are alternative in their thinking are, I guess, the enemies of the establishment. And that's why we talked about the president in the past. He is an unusual person, and he's obviously not part of the establishment, and that's why he's so hated. And they use all these what you call habitual terminologies to attack him, you know. And when you read all about China in 1960s, they used the same type terminology for people that they call unapproved persons. It's incredible to read all these terminologies that they use, and I hear the same thing now, but I hear it on CBS News. I don't hear it on the People's Republic of China news service. You know, it's now.
You ever hear of cultural Marxism?
Of course, that's the most effective type. But now, that was not. This is just a lead-in. The real video was about the beer, right? I was just that's just a lead-in. That's just an intro.
Yeah, that's a good intro.
Yeah, it's a good intro, and I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot more about it in the coming years, assuming we have access to be seen. Let's see. Okay, I think the video is showing here now.
Yeah, it's been on.
It's been on. Yeah, I thought so. I just wasn't clicking on it. Let's see any comments, and then we're going to go into the main topic. I'm not going to be on here for too long, people. The main topic is sending beer and beer requests. It's kind of an interesting thing for me. Gabe says, hi. Hey, Gabe. Tyler Mansell says, Corona Extra with lime here. That's a popular choice, which I've always enjoyed. But I don't really do the lime anymore. I used to do the lime until around 1998, 99, and I dropped it. But
yeah, I don't do the lime either.
Raining on your...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You think what? You think what?
No, I said, go ahead.
Okay. Raining on your praise is drinking Gaffel Kolsch German beer. Well, that sounds good. I've had American Kolsch beers, but they're 99 out of 100 times. Well, I haven't had that many, but 90% of the time they're not very good. But once in a while you'll get an American Kolsch style beer that'll be a good one. Adam Kennedy says, hey, cheers, Ron. Are you drinking one right now? I'm just drinking natural ice. Nothing, no knock against it. And that kind of leads into what this topic is about, because Ronnie, you don't have a beer review channel, so you don't really deal with these daily things, you know?
Yeah.
Not to say that it's something really to deal with, you know, but okay. I started this channel almost 9 years ago. And I think over the years, a lot of people did not understand actually what the channel was about. And I know that's true by messages and comments that I've gotten over the years. Here's an example. Years ago, and I mean a long time ago, when I was doing the channel, there was a guy down in Florida who used to do videos, but he stopped. He stopped almost as soon as he started, but I thought he was pretty good. But he said, well, I'll send you some Florida beers and you send me some Louisiana beers. And I thought, okay. But boy, it was expensive and it was a big hassle. And I thought, I don't know if I like doing that. So I never did it again. It was fun. I mean, I had a few Florida beers. I reviewed them. And then a guy from Denmark who I used to go to high school with said, I want to send you some beers. I said, well, okay. And he sent me a Carlsberg and Carlsberg Elephant in cans, the tall can. We can't get that here. And he sent me the Soot Gold, this special lager, and another lager, one made with licorice that they drink every year over there. So that was exciting. And my second cousin brought me some beers from Romania and all that. Okay. But I very quickly decided I am not sending beer to people. Okay. Because you got to wrap it all up. You got to go to the, I said, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do it. And then people from time to time, you can imagine this, over the 9 years, almost 9 years, have said, oh, hey, my name is so-and-so. Like just in May, this guy, Christopher Cox. I'm going to say his name live because I don't know if he's up to something bad. You know what I'm saying? And I want people at least to know he's out there, and you never know about people who might be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he approached me, you know. Here's a perfect example. He comes to me in May. Oh, I love your channel. I've heard that a million times. I said, okay. He says, I want to send you some beer. I said, oh yeah? Yeah, from Kansas. I need your address. I said, yeah. Well, first of all, look, folks, people can get your address, all right? If you think they're not going to get your address, you're living in some kind of fantasy world, all right? So don't be paranoid about that. I'm not
paranoid about giving out your address, you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, you could be paranoid about it, but they could find out. But anyway, I wasn't paranoid. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. But I said, okay. It's not like somebody sent me a box with a foot in it one time or anything like that, you know. So then you just contact the postal. They have their own police force. U.S. Postal Service has literally their own police force, their own police department.
Do they really?
Yeah, and you'll go to prison. You can make a career being a postal inspector.
You can probably get the army on you if they wanted.
Well, the postal police, or whatever they're officially called, they almost have like a quasi-military ability, actually, especially since the last 18 years. But if you did something, you know, anybody that sends something bad in the mail is an idiot, because they're going to find out who did it, and you're going to go to prison. This is, you know, ever since 2001, if you're stupid enough to do that, you really are stupid. So, I mean, really dumb. But no, but it's the whole aggravation of it. So he says, oh, I want to send you all these Kansas beers, man. I said, okay. I said, but I don't like to see people go through the time and trouble to send me beers. Oh, he said, I work for the Postal Service. It's no effort. It's no effort. Well, if it's no effort, then okay. What do you say his exact words? It's hardly an effort. I said, well, okay. All right. I don't really want to do it, but okay, I'll do it. So he contacted me, you know, the usual route, alcohol eggs. Oh yeah, here. I said, here's my address. Oh yeah, I'm going to send you all this stuff. And I'm going to send you a letter.
Say the names of the beers that he was going to send you?
Just stuff you get in Kansas, you know. And I'll put it in a letter, and then you can mention my name. They like me to mention their names. And that's kind of fun, you know, where somebody on YouTube mentions your name. It's kind of neat, you know. I said, okay. So a week went by, and I wasn't thinking about it. I was doing other stuff. And then I said, wait, I never did get that beer from that guy. That's strange, you know, because I know it doesn't take a week to get beers from Kansas. So I contacted him. I said, what's up with the beer? Or something. I said, Well, I didn't say it like that. I said, well, do you have a tracking number? I said, oh, do you have a tracking number for that beer? Oh, yeah, I'm going to send it. Payday coming up. You know how it goes. But I'll have it out this Friday. I said, well, okay. Okay, good. I said, I'm looking forward to it. Friday. So then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday comes, nothing. I said, well, I know it doesn't take that long. So then I said, yeah. I said, are you going to send like a bunch of summer beers, or is it going to be like this generalized camp? Oh, it'll be a assortment. I said, okay, because it's June now. Ain't nothing happening. You know, I'm kind of like hinting around, ain't nothing actually, like, you know.
Well, at this point, I'm sure you are already suspicious.
Yeah, I'm thinking something's not kosher. You know, it's like, you got the stuff?
Why?
Sure.
So yeah, why did he want your address if he's not going to send anything to you?
And he's like, sure, I had his stuff, but I don't have it with me right now.
It's in the car.
But it's close by. And I'm like, well, I don't have the money. No? In the car. No, man, it's not in the car. You know, it's like, it's like,
man,
what's going on?
In the car.
Where's your stuff? Not far. You know, it's like, I'm going through this whole little rigmarole. It's like, what? So then I kept kind of hinting around, and he's like, you ever tried this beer? And it reminded me of that movie. It's like, where are you from, Tony? It's like, what the hell difference does it make where I'm from, you know? And he's asked me, did I ever try this obscure beer? And I'm asking, what does that matter? You know, like, why are you asking me this? So then I was going to tell him, like, well, wait a minute. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And then blocked. I can't. He's got me blocked on Facebook. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm dealing with a generalized maniac, you know? So I was like, here's a perfect example of why I don't want people sending me beer. Because first of all, you go through my whole channel back to November 2010. I've never asked any. I was thinking about this today. I said, you know, Ronnie, I've never actually asked anybody to send me beer.
Mm-hmm.
Literally never. Not once in the history of my life. People say, well, don't you want to try all these fabulous beers from around the world? Well, I mean, I guess I do. I mean, but I'm not like hot to do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right.
And I can get all kind of stuff here. Like, I was thinking about this afternoon. I said, well, let me think about this. People will often ask me, what's one beer you really want to try? And I always tell them,
Keystone Ice.
no, I just tell them, I don't really have any, you know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like to get cans and bottles. You can look around here and see. I mean, you know, just for my collection. But then I got to dust them all. But I never was one of those people that want to go, I got to go search for this. Now, one guy asked me one time, I want to send you Pliny the Elder. Would you review it? Well, of course I'm going to review it. I said, sure. And he sent it to me from California. Oh, no, he brought it to me from California. He lives out here. Well, I made the video. It was like one of the great beers, one of the best beers I ever tried. Pliny the Elder. Is it world class? Well, yeah, I think so. It's better than 100.
You can only get it in California? Yeah,
it's Russian River. It's really rare, you know. And but then it's funny. I get on the internet and some people are like, it ain't that good. I was like, yeah, nah, it really is that good. But, you know, you always find somebody that's going to hate no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay. I was like, give me a break. But but I didn't ask for it. He just brought it. He said, would you do a review if I bring it? And I said, well, yeah. So the whole point I'm trying to make is if people are watching my videos, when I tell them, oh, I don't think you should send me beer, it's a big expense and a bunch of trouble. I'm not saying that just to kind of like pretend to be nice so that I can entice them to send me the beer. I really don't want them to do it. I mean, I'm actually being, you know, because some people will be fake, you know, like, oh, no, don't do that. Well, here's
it's like you get a gift and you're like, oh, you shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have. But they really want, I really do want, oh, you shouldn't have given me a brand new car, but I'll take it.
Yeah, well, you should have.
But I'm telling people, honestly, you should not have, and you should not. I'm like, so then today, this very day, a guy is telling me, he sent me the receipt. He said, it's coming in. It's coming in on the 17th. I'm not going to say his name, yet. No, I mean, but if I do say his name, it's probably going to be positive, and I'm saying this guy sent me the beer, and it'll probably be very good. But he was saying, I watch your videos. I love your videos. They're great and all that. And I said, well, I appreciate it, and I do appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate people watching. I appreciate people commenting. What's the point of making videos about beer if you're not going to interact with people? I never could understand that. I'm going to make a video one day where I'm really going to be on the attack, and I don't care because I don't know these people, It's like it's going to be called Go for Broke. Because I'm so sick, I'm already making a video Sunday called Look Back in Anger on Stout Sunday. But
yeah, what's that going to be about?
Stouts and porters, apparently, because people are bringing a lot of porters to Stout Sunday. I said, well, I'm going to do it too. But I got a good porter.
We should get like a summer beer Saturday thing in.
Yeah, summer
Maybe
beer
like Saturday afternoon.
Friday Fandango, summer beer Saturday, Stout Sunday, Morose Monday, Ticked Off Tuesday, Wild Card Wednesday, Throwing Up Thursday.
No, Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday. But that's over. That's used up. Look. Oh, Ronnie, look. I like to talk to people about the beer brands, but that's the part about the channel that people never did catch on to or understand.
The history of the brands.
Yeah, like I've had people tell me, you're against craft beer. So you don't understand, man. I don't even care. Okay?
Yeah, beer's beer.
I had a guy one time I used to talk to. One time he made a statement. We're winning.
Yeah, I heard you tell the story before.
I said, we're winning. Who is we and what are we winning? He's talking about the craft beer movement.
Right. So you asked him if he owned a brewery. I
said, man, I don't want anything to do with that kind of thinking. It's like, I'm not trying to win anything. All I'm doing is literally, it's so basic, is grabbing beers off the shelf, buying them.
It's just you're being a consumer.
Yeah, researching the brand, the history of it, and telling people on the internet what I think about it. And it's almost like people don't get it. And all this time, they're not getting it.
Well, yeah, they really don't get it. So.
I'm not a social warrior. I'm not out here for a movement. And I told people 2 years ago on a rant video, I said, I'm not part of a great quest. Okay. I am not on a quest. I have interacted with people on Facebook and other social media where beer is their religion. I swear it's like their religion. It's like, I said, it ain't my religion. I just drink it. Okay.
I mean, what kind of religion would that be? Beer religion.
Hedonism. It's like, I don't understand. I can't grasp these things, like, I'm just looking around the room. I don't, you see sometimes my friend David with the big beard, he comes to my house and I go to his house and we do the beer reviews. He's just like me. That's why we get along so well. Like he'll come out here and he'll bring me beers to try this. He'll say, try this, and I'll say, try this. But it's not a religion. We're just trying stuff. That's all we do. We're just trying the product and talking about it. We literally don't. It's like we don't care about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's not that important. It's just,
let me read some comments.
It's a hobby, right?
Right. Well, that's what I thought it was, but I don't know. I didn't. Okay. So beer requests. People will ask me, what do you want? What do you want? I said, I don't want anything. And when I do these beer purchases, you might be like me. I just go to the store and pick randomly what I see on the shelf. I swear, it's that simple. It's been that simple.
No, I don't do that. I look at the type of beers.
For 9 years, I just go shopping around, like, shopping for shoes or whatever. I just say, ooh, that looks interesting. Never heard of that. Try it. Oh, that's too expensive. I don't care how good it is. Or, oh, let me try this. I mean, it's that basic. And then I'll get the beer and I'll say, I never even heard of this. And I'll look up the company. Oh, I'll say, oh, it's part of that other company. They're trying to make up a dummy name. Okay. I'll research it, the ingredients. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Write down the hops, the malts. To use ale yeast. Okay. And then 5.5% alcohol, 60 IBUs. Okay. And then I'll do the video. That's it. And so other people might have a different approach where they're really into it, And I'm not saying people shouldn't watch the videos. And I try to be fair when I do a review, give a good, honest review, tell people what I think. If I revisit it later and it changed, I might say, well, why does it taste strange? What's wrong with this beer? Like, what happened to this company? Like Samuel Adams for a couple of years was tasting like cornbread. And other people were saying that to me also. They say, it does taste like cornbread. What's wrong with it? And then all of a sudden, it wasn't like that. I think the company realized something was wrong with their beer. Mm-hmm. So, Ronnie, do you want me to read some comments?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then I got to get some water. I'm not drinking more alcohol tonight. Hey, Ron, I'm a big fan over here in Washington State, says, I can't understand your. He says, keep doing what you do. Love the channel, buddy. Oh, thank you. Whatever your channel's called. Vaughn Hook says, I'm drinking Imperial IPA Therapist. It's a beer out of the Dust Bowl Brewery in Turlock, California, 10.4 and 100 IBUs. I like it. Oh, well, I mean, that sounds like something I would love, Tyler Mansell said, I successfully sent Jay beer across the United States. Yeah, he did it. He just sent it and it came in.
Amazing.
Easy. I didn't have to say, Tyler, what's going on with the beer? Oh, well, hey, you ever tried this? He just sent it. It came in, and then I got this big box and I opened it and I said, whoa, look at all this beer. And I said, Tyler, why are you sending me all this? He said, oh, I just wanted to see what you thought about it. I said, well, okay. And I took each beer. Guess what? I researched each beer brand, right? Not too hard. Got a notepad, all right? Wrote it on the notepad. And I made videos for each beer. Tyler watched them. He's like, you did a good job. I was like, thanks, Tyler. Simple. He never said, now, when you start sending me beers, I'd have said, hold on, brother, man. Now, I've had people, they implied that in the past. Like, I'm like, I don't send beer to people, all right? Because I can just go to the store right here and buy all the beer I want. And I can go to New Orleans, which is not a big city, but I mean, it's pretty big. And I can buy like endless amounts of beer.
Well, there is beers that you can't get.
Right, but I don't.
But you're not going crazy about it.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be a jerk or be like chippy or what you call it, like smart aleck about it or anything like saying, wow. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just literally, if I don't get it, well, okay, fine. I mean, it's just a beer, I didn't get it. And then I have Charles. He sent me beers from Asia, Korea, Taiwan. Oh, well, they were fabulous, and he loved the videos. He sent me a bottle of, and then Ken sent me a bottle of Yamasa soy sauce. I didn't ask anybody to send me Yamasa.
You actually use that in a lot of your videos, right?
Yeah, it's really good. But I mean, he was telling me this soy sauce is so great. And he wanted to see me review it. And I did, and I love it. I'm almost out.
I didn't see the review.
I
just see that you use it in the beer video.
I use it in the videos, and I always brag about how good it is. So it's kind of like an oblique review, kind of like a underhanded review of it. Let me get some water. But you understand? Do you kind of grasp the point I'm trying to make in this video?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Don't send Ron beer.
Don't send me beer.
Don't even ask for his address.
Now, Shane Fudge, he sent me all kind of beers. Well, of course, I loved the beers he sent me. They were all fabulous. and I drank them all, and I thought good videos, you know, they were interesting, you know, and he just sent them. He sent Greg a bunch of beers. But I never asked these people to send me beers. And Shane, he did some hangouts with us, although he's traveling right now. But if I have to be honest, if somebody asked me, what beer are you dying to try? My honest answer would be nothing.
Yeah, because you're not dying. But so then rephrase the question, what beer would you be pretty interested in trying? You know, something like that.
Well, that would be like 1,000, you know, pretty interested. But when I say dying to try, it's almost like I can't get it out of my head, you know, like I just got to try this. I got to try this. I just can't think of any. And I never have thought of any. I never did. Now, West Flatiron 12, my friend Paul, who used to do hangouts, he was talking about, oh, they say this is the best beer in the world. I said, well, that's a pretty big statement.
Best beer in the world.
I said, I'd try it. I said, I'd try it, but I can't get it. But then all of a sudden, I got an alert. It's coming in Monday. I said, Tuesday. I said, oh, bazam. Well, it came in and they called me. It's here. I said, okay, $85 a 6-pack. I said, oh, man.
Really?
Wowza. But you got 2 glasses with it. I said, well, heck. Like my friend David always says, you only live once. What are you going to do? Be 100, never try anything? I said, yeah.
I don't know if I like that logic. Not right now.
Yeah, if you don't have the money. So I thought, well, I did have the money. Okay. So I said, heck, I'll do it. And then I called my friend Paul. I said, it's here. He said, buy it. Buy me one. Buy me a 6-pack. I said, I got you. So I bought 2 of them. Got my debit card. Boom, bought 2. Then the store called me back. Hey, could you bring back a 6-pack?
Really?
I said, what? Well, they only had gotten like 5. And they couldn't even get it in Houston, Texas. And they had guards guarding the trains.
Why did they ask you to bring it back?
Because some important person from Baton Rouge was coming to get a 6-pack, and it was all gone, and he was pissed.
Really? So they gave you your money back?
I don't know, some politician or somebody. So I could have said no. My friend Paul said, tell him no. Tough. You bought it.
Well, you should have asked for double the money back.
I said, well, we don't need 12 of those things, Paul. I told him, yeah, all right, hell, I'll bring it back. So I brought it back, and they credited it back to the debit card. Then the guy, whoever that was, came, got it.
You should have got something out of that deal, though, Ron. I like some coupons or something, man. Some free beers.
I gotta thank you.
Yeah.
So
I think you should have took advantage.
I'm easy, you know. I'm like a pushover, you know. So then my friend Paul, I said, here, you have 2 bottles. I just gave it to him. You can have them. Oh, thanks. He's still got one in his fridge, which to me is crazy because I don't think that beer will hold up for 7 years. But and then I drank some, and then this one guy that we know who does his own Facebook page, he was like frantic. He called me, I want one. So I only have a 6-pack. He said, meet me in the parking lot. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I said, I can bargain, you know. I said, okay. So he came to the parking lot. He's got cash money and beers to trade. I said, you got it. So I got a lot of my $85 back right on the street, you know.
Cool.
So that was cool, you know. And then I think that's what happened. Yeah. So my friend Paul got a glass. I got a glass. I got a beer, 2 beers, and then this guy, I'm not gonna name him. He knows he knows who he is. He got the beer. Plus, I got the cash money and all these other. He brought me all these other beers. He's like expensive beers. He was like going berserk. Hey, but I can profiteer off of berserk, you know. But that's different. That's not going to the post office and mailing something out. That's like going right down the street and making a transaction. You know, that's easy to do.
Well, if you're close by.
Yeah, right there. So, folks, really, when I say don't send me beer, I really mean it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. They got other beer reviewers that are obviously basically begging for beer.
Really?
I watch their videos. Now, do I care? No. Does it offend me? No. If they get all this free beer, can they still get an honest review? Probably.
Yeah.
Do I watch the videos? Yes. But that's just not my bag, you know.
You don't like asking people for things.
I don't like asking people for things, you know. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Like this person I was talking to today, he was like, and I want to send you this and I want to send you that. And I love your channel. And he was going on and on. And I said, you know, honestly, it makes me feel funny. Like I feel uncomfortable. I didn't use that term, but I said it makes me feel uncomfortable when people send me beer. I don't really like it. It's a bad feeling. Although I think they're just wanting to send it to me, and I appreciate it. Now, some people are, you got to watch them because they're expecting something in return. And that I don't go for. Because I'm telling you up front, I don't want it. So why do you think I'm going to send you anything? I mean,
Yeah, no, that's true, man.
if
If you're saying you don't want it, then you can't expect something in return. You know?
I don't want it. I'll take it, but I don't want it. You know, I don't know how to explain that any clearer.
Right.
You know, I don't want it. I don't want it. What does that mean? I don't want it. I'll take it, but I don't want it. I'm not asking for it. I'm not looking for it. I'm not in any need of it. I don't know how else to put it.
Maybe you should say, I'm not going to send you anything if you send me something. Just say that off the bat.
Then people get funny, like, why are you being a jerk? Like, I'm not being a jerk. I'm telling you know, it's you got to be careful how you handle it. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's strange. It's true, though. What you're saying is true. It's absolutely the case that they will not get anything from me. That is true.
So
and
you're telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
You're being upfront.
If you go back and look at the history, how many beers have I sent people? Well, I sent Chris Kroll 2 beers, and that was it. And I think I sent somebody else 1 beer once, but it was too expensive, and I was like, this is totally stupid, and I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
Ever. So I know I sent him 2 beers, Dixie and Dixie Black and Voodoo. And I think maybe I sent somebody else a beer once, but this was like in 2011. But I know for sure I never sent anybody anything after that. And I mean nothing, not a sticker, not a decal, nothing, nada, not even a postcard. And is that because I'm a bad person and don't like to send people stuff? No.
It's too expensive to I mean, stamps are 50 cents, man.
Yeah, and now when I've gone on road trips, have I brought people stuff? Yes, but that's different. That's how hard is it to stick it in a trunk and bring it to them? It ain't hard at all. When I went to see John and Neely, I brought in some beer he couldn't get. Mm-hmm. It was a gift. I didn't expect anything in return. See, that's a gift. When you give somebody something, you just give it to them.
Did you bring it in a cooler?
No.
If it was cold?
No. I'm not that generous. Now, when you bring somebody something and you expect something in return, that's a wage. That's almost like a transaction. That's not a gift.
Right.
A trade.
That's true.
Now, he gave me some stuff. He gave me a bottle of Canadian Club 12-year age, beautiful whiskey. Did I expect it? No. Did I ask for it?
Did you appreciate it, though?
No, I didn't ask for it. Did I appreciate it? Heck yeah, I'm still drinking on it.
Right, so that's what counts.
That's what counts.
That's a gift.
And he gave me some Carling Black Label, and he gave me some other stuff. Fine. he didn't have to mail it. He didn't have to pack it up. He didn't have to put bubble wrap on it. He just said, here you go. Handed it to me. Very easy. Now that really takes no effort. Except you go to the store and buy it, but people go to the store and buy stuff every day, right?
Yeah.
I
You
went
don't go to the post office every day. That's for sure.
What?
You don't go to the post office every day.
No, and you don't sit down and spend an hour wrapping stuff and then
Right.
mailing it. I know you might. I don't. So, folks, I think you caught on to what I'm trying to say. I never asked for beer in the past. I'm not asking for beer now, and I won't ask for beer in the future. Past, present, future. I appreciate it, of course, but I dread it every time. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. Every time I'm on, because every day of my life, I check my comments because I always answer comments. That's another rant video I'm gonna make about people that don't answer comments.
Right.
Oh boy, you must be the biggest YouTube person in the world. You don't have time to answer comments. Well, I don't have time for the little people. I'm big time. Well, that's great. I'm not. I gotta do it. I gotta answer people's comments. Plus, I like to do it. It's not like a chore. I enjoy doing it. I like to. Now, some people say you don't make very elaborate comments. I say, well, what do you want me to say? I'm not going to just make up stuff so to be long.
You just keep it concise.
Yeah, I'm concise. Like the way I write responses is the way I speak in real life. Like I don't put on like this persona. It's not like an internet persona. Hey, YouTube, how's it going? Well, hey, everybody, this is Louisiana Beer Reviews. All right. How you doing today? Yeah, I'm feeling great. All right. I got a channel update. Well, I got a lot of exciting things going on there. Yeah, everybody. Woo-wee. No, I don't do that. That's just...
You don't say hello to all the boys and girls on YouTube, man?
Hello. Oh, that's wrong. No. I just... it's not me. My personality is very... You can see what it is. So, but I do answer comments, and I think that's important, and I love the comments. Well, most of them, but some of them I hate. But I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not going to do it. I can go to the store and buy beer, and a lot of it is beer that makes your eyes roll, and you say, this channel is garbage. Why is he reviewing Club Tails Watermelon Margarita? Well, I like it. It's fun. I like it. All right, now we got somebody joining. We're about to get off the air, unfortunately. Got a guy named John. Hello, John, with a can of squirt.
What's up,
John?
Ron? What's up, Ronald?
Oh, nothing much. I'm about to go watch a baseball game. I was just making a video about how I'm telling people, don't send me beer because I don't want it, and I never asked for it. And I'm not looking for any beers. And but of course, I appreciate when people, like when Tyler sent me the beer, when Matt, when the guy from Germany sent me all the beer. Wow, he sent me this huge box. Some of it broke, unfortunately, this glass bottles. But it was, of course, I appreciate it, but I never asked for it. And I don't know what to say. I'm not asking for beer. I am not asking for beer. Now, it's different with a company, like a beer company. I mean, because that's their job, right? To promote their product. So occasionally, every now and then, and I mean every now and then, not too often, maybe once a year, maybe, they'll contact me. Hey, I'm so-and-so with a beer company. We want to send you our products so you can review them. I'll say, okay. Well, so they're a company. That's what they do, right?
Yeah, they gotta do promotions, man.
They have promotions. So, I mean, that's different. That's different. I say, okay, send it.
That's awesome.
Right. But when it's private people, I don't feel comfortable.
But I mean, if it's your friends and they want to, I mean, you should be happy about it if they want to, you know? You know that you don't ask for it. I mean, that's better that you don't ask for it.
Right. Oh yeah, well it's never my friends. It's actually people I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, never. Well, you didn't. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Then how did all these people get your address? I guess you give your address in.
Yeah, yeah. Now when Tyler sent me the stuff, I didn't know Tyler. He just said, I watch your videos and I want to send you a bunch of Wisconsin beer. And I said, okay. And he sent me a bunch, not like a little bit, like a whole bunch.
Like what? Like more than 30?
Well, not that much, but he sent a lot. And it was really interesting. You know, it was a really interesting shipment that he sent. And but of course I know Tyler now because I've been talking to him for years. But he know if you look, I'm not going to go look it up now. But if you look back through all the messages, private messages between me and Tyler and myself, well, what happened to this guy, John? He just got knocked off. I think even then I was telling him, nah, you don't need to send me anything. No, and he was saying, no, I want to do it. I want to do it. And I was like, all right. But well, we lost John. Well, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Whatever.
Thanks for joining, John. So that's how that goes. But let's read some comments and then we'll get the heck out of here. All right. Brian Lane says, sorry, I'm late. That's okay, Brian. Have who? Adam Kennedy says, have who? Oh, have you tried Labatt Blue Citra, man? It's super good for the value like Lionhead's IPA out of Pennsylvania. No, I've never even seen it. And then Tyler Mansell says, unexcused tardy marked for Brian. Oh, he's just kidding around. Drayton Sawyer says, I'm glad you always give big beer and craft the same consideration.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, because, and that's a point people really haven't grasped over the years. I have no attachment to any company. I don't know why that's hard to understand. I don't work for a beer company. I don't actually know anybody who works for a beer company. There's a guy I kind of know.
So you've gotten like craft beer people get mad that you like or that you review macro beers, right?
Enraged.
Do you ever get it in the reverse?
They've gotten enraged, not just angry. That macro people get angry that I like craft beer?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard anything about it. No.
So yeah, it's kind of weird.
They just
what is
say
it about these craft beer people? They think they're like starting a revolution.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not a movement. I'm not part of this social movement. Why is drinking a beverage part of a social movement anyway?
It's kind of strange, man, actually.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been dealing with for 9 years. They're like, power to the people. I was like, it's an oatmeal stout. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm glad you always give. Okay, Adam Kennedy says also thoughts on PBR hard coffee. Yeah, well, my thoughts are I can't get it. So I would try it.
I actually can get that around here.
Y'all know I always try everything. Drayton Sawyer said, I dropped you a couple of beers once. Just happened to be in town for a wedding and just handed them off in a quarter. Oh, that was you. Oh, from Houston. Was very nice to meet you. That's Drayton Sawyer. Oh, yeah, that was, and you were with a lady and y'all drove from Houston. I felt bad that night because I already had something to do and I felt like I was blowing y'all off, but I couldn't say, well, come with us because I can't invite people to somebody else's event, you know. But they said, no, we want to meet you. And they met me on, I think it was on Decatur Street. And he handed me these beers. And he said he watched my channel. And then that was it. It was like ships in the night. He handed me the beer and I shook his hand. And the lady he was with was very nice. And they were in town for a wedding. And then that was it. Boom. Never saw him again. It was kind of neat, you know, really. Thanks, Drayton Sawyer. That was a cool little day in New Orleans in the French Quarter before I started boycotting New Orleans. Bart Robinson said, I saw the PBR hard coffee today, but I'm not sure if I'm going to pay $999 for 4 cans. Oh, $9.99.
No. Oh shit.
I wouldn't do it. No way. It is, Junior. Adam Kennedy says, it is Bert. Use it as a treat. It's delicious. Now I'm starting to lose track of what these people are saying. I'll probably give it a try. What the hell does Bart? I'll try it if I get a single and if the price is not too high. Friar Tuck says, I'm going to be in New Orleans the second week of August. You want anything from Connecticut? No, not really. I mean,
Yeah.
of course I want
Connecticut burn.
Well, of course I want everything from everywhere. That's the point I'm trying to make. Of course, who doesn't want like beer like constantly, right? But I'm not. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm not looking for it.
Yeah.
Now, Friar Tuck shows up with a truckload, a rental truckload of 10,000 beers and says, "Oh, look, I brought you these 10,000 beers. You want to try them?" I'll be like, "Well, I can't drink 10,000 beers in the time that it would take before they all go stale, you know." But you get the point. Who's going to say no? Like Peter showed up. This guy Peter, I never even hear from him anymore. He probably got bored with my channel 2 years ago. Pete, he showed up. He said, "I'm going to be in New Orleans and I want to meet with you." I said, "Okay." We did a video together. We did 2 videos together, and then he opened his truck, and I was like, I brought him a couple of beers, and then he opens the truck. I said, "What is all this?" He said, "We brought this for you." I was so embarrassed, like, I said, "Well, Pete, I only have these little couple of beers here for you." "Oh, no, we want to see you do videos." I said, "Okay, that's going to keep me busy for a month." And we had a good time, but I mean, you feel funny, you feel funny about it. I do. And then Brian Lane says, "We appreciate your reviews, brother." And then Gabe says, "Cheers, I'm still here." Jean Pierre says, "I'm at Walmart getting my battery changed. I got a warranty." Well, that's good. Dave says, "Cheers, Jean." John says, "Sneaking a can of Mickey's in a plastic bag, double." Jean Pierre, you are a road. And then Hoy Wells says, "Muy buenos diálogos, amigos. Cheers." Mucho gusto. All right, and Drayton Sawyer says, "Thumbs up." And then now we have another person joining us. Or we did. What happened, Ronnie? Ronnie, didn't we have somebody else?
I guess you got to him too late. I don't know. He was here a second ago.
I was trying to address him, but I was trying to read comments. Oh, well, we got all kind of people coming in here, leaving, coming in here, leaving. All right. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. What else can we say about this, folks? I think
you said it all, Ron.
I said it all.
If they don't get the point by now,
they'll never get it. So, well, that's it. So, watch what you say on the internet, folks, because you probably get banned. You got to speak in code.
Got to give the outro. Lazy Bon Ton Roulette.
Hold on. And don't send me beer because I don't want it. Although I do want it, but I don't want you to do it. That makes sense. I want it, but I don't want you to do it. And I appreciate everybody watching my channel, because what's the point of doing a video channel if nobody's watching? What's the point of doing a video channel if you don't interact with people? That's my pet peeve. So anyway, let's see. I'll just say this real fast and then we'll be off the air. Hold on a second. So let's see, real fast. Hold on, Ronnie. We're almost done.
I'm fine.
All right, we're almost done, folks.
So, Mama says you're okay? Yeah? Good. Mama's okay. Okay? Okay. So, you got any money? You got this stuff? Sure, I have this stuff, but I don't have it right here with me now. I got it close by. What's here for it?
Well, I don't have the money either.
I don't have the money either, man. I have it close by too.
Where? In the car?
No, not in the car, man.
No?
How about you? Where'd you have your stuff?
Not far.
So anyway, that's how I feel sometimes. All right, like I gotta go through the big game, you know. All right, Les Le Bon Temps Roulé, says Daniel Lopez. I bought a 6-pack of Mickey's today. Hey, Jean. Tyler Mansell says 50% off the Domino's pizza going on line orders right now. Paid advertisement. Thank you, Tyler. Domino's appreciates that. Brian Lane says, laughing my anatomy off. Ha, ha, ha. All right. All right. Thanks, folks, for watching this video production. And everybody take care. You take care. And I'll see y'all back tomorrow night for Wild Card Wednesday. And I have a wild card to bring. I bet you nobody's going to have what I have. No way, Jose.
All right, boys.
Last comments, Ronnie. You got the floor.
We're out of here. I don't know. Don't send Ron Beers. He doesn't want it.